Stop! Look at your bank statement from 3 years ago, now look at it today. Do you feel that? That's the feeling of your purchasing power evaporating in real time. We are living through what I call the great value collapse of 2026. It's not just that things are more expensive. It's that everything from the food you eat to the software you use has been re-engineered to provide you with less while charging you significantly more. We are being conditioned to accept the new normal, where a $20 burrito is fair and a $1,200 phone is a necessity. In this masterclass, I'm pulling the curtain back on the 10 biggest financial traps currently bleeding the American middle class dry. I'm going to show you the internal memos, the psychological tricks, and the cold, hard math that big corporations don't want you to see. If you want to survive this decade financially, you need to listen to every single word, because the first scam on my list, it's something 95% of you are doing right now, and it's costing you a literal fortune. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most basic human need, food. We've entered the era of the $50 casual lunch. I'm talking about places like Chipotle, Shake Shack, and Five Guys. Back in 2019, the average fast casual meal was $9.50. Today, with a drink and a side, you're looking at $22. But here's the scam: the portions are 15% smaller. They're charging you double for 85% of the product. This is a 130% increase in price per ounce. Notice the digital kiosks. They aren't there for your convenience. Data shows that when a human doesn't ask for your order, you feel less shame about adding extra guacamole, a large drink, and a cookie. The kiosks increase average order value by 20%. You are being manipulated by an iPad. We need to talk about the grocerant trend. Buying high-quality pre-made meals from high-end grocery stores is now 40% cheaper than fast food and 100% healthier. Stop paying for the convenience of a paper bag. Welcome to the age of you will own nothing. In 2026, companies have realized that selling you a product once is a bad business model. They want to rent it to you forever. It started with Netflix. Then it went to your heated car seats. Now it's your appliances. There are smart washing machines that require a monthly subscription just to access the heavy-duty cycle. This is corporate overreach at its finest. Consider the math of death by 1,000 cuts. The average American now pays for 12 subscriptions. $15 for Netflix, $10 for Spotify, $20 for a gym, $15 for a news site, $50 for a cloud storage plan. It totals roughly $250 a month. Over 40 years, if you invested that $250 into the S&P 500 instead, you'd have $1.2 million. Is watching The Office for the 10th time worth $1 million at retirement? Probably not. I call it the subscription purge. Once every 3 months, you must cancel every single card and get a new one. Force these companies to ask you for money again. You'll be shocked at how many you don't bother to sign back up for. In 2026, the return on investment of a standard 4-year degree has officially hit a 50-year low. We have more master's degree holders working at Starbucks than ever before. Why? Because a degree is no longer a distinction, it's a commodity. Look at the math of debt. If you borrow $100,000 at 7% interest to get a job that pays $55,000, you are mathematically insolvent. After taxes, rent, and food, you are essentially working for the government and the bank. You're a debt slave with a fancy piece of paper. The 2026 alternative is here. The skills-first economy has arrived. Google, Apple, and Tesla have publicly stated they don't care about degrees, they care about portfolios. If you spend 6 months mastering AI prompt engineering or high-end welding, you will outearn a sociology major in your first year. The cost of a Harvard degree compared to 1970 is now a vertical line. It is completely unsustainable. Everything in your house is now a computer, and that's a disaster. In the 1970s, a refrigerator lasted 30 years. Today, 7 years. Why? Because of the smart screen on the front. Once the software stops updating, the fridge becomes a security risk for your home network, or the screen just goes black, making the whole unit broken. You are paying $3,000 for a fridge that is actively selling your eating habits to insurance companies so they can raise your premiums. You are paying to be spied on by dumb appliances. High-end, mechanical, non-Wi-Fi-enabled tools. They last longer, they don't track you, and they don't require a software update to toast your bread.